So this week on the show, I'm going to take you to Cambodia. Well, Cambodia was placed number 1 of Asian countries for their COVID response. They did brilliantly. They did not even have a curve to crush. So now they're looking forward to new tourism in 2022. And of course, it really is going to take a lot to get this economy back up and running again. It is a very poor country, and I think that it's going to be a fantastic place to visit post-pandemic because they're really looking forward to you coming back. So let me show you what it's all about. So let's talk about value for money. How about one of the top hotels in the world, the number 1 as rated by TripAdvisor in Siem Reap, and 5-star luxury, $50 a night. Yep, that's it. Value is fantastic. It was always good before, but now it's going to be even better. Okay, so we've got a great place to stay. Now, what are we going to eat? Well, you're going to find some influences from Europe, from China, from Arabia, of course, the neighbors of Vietnam and Thailand, and it's all going to be mixed up with some love and care and beautiful dishes, and yet again, need I say it, great value for money. It's just such an interesting place to visit. I mean, you can go into the countryside, you can meet the people, and they'll welcome you as if you are long-lost relatives. So I stayed at the Hotel Le Royal and it was beautiful, but I also found out that the brand ambassador at the hotel was a royal princess herself called Princess Sita Norodom. Well, we attempted to meet with her, but we're told, no, we're not dressed fancy enough. So we came back the next day dressed in our poshest frocks and actually got to have tea with her, and she was lovely. Princess Sita did give us tons of information, and despite its proud history, Cambodia did fall into a dark period as it was drawn into conflict from the Vietnam War and then fell to the Khmer Rouge in 1975. Well, between this time and 1978, leader Pol Pot attempted to turn Cambodia into a purely communist country, sending millions out into the countryside and deserting Cambodia's once energetic cities. Intellectuals and city dwellers bore the brunt of Pol Pot's brutal regime, but disease and starvation and the Khmer Rouge cruelty saw the death toll rise to an estimated 2 million people. That's over a quarter of the population. So one of the people I absolutely love traveling with is Food Network's celebrity chef Massimo Capra. And every year we do a trip together where we take a bunch of foodies and we go somewhere really fabulous and we taste the food of that particular country.
So good.
Oh, that's really good. That's delicious. Oh, that's so good.
That's nice too.
But when shopping is concerned, I'm on it. I love this. If I buy a dress like that, can I look just like that?
No. 6 dishes in 1 hour? Orangey pink, I guess.
Whoa! So we do like to have a little bit of fun with this. So what we do is we give Massimo a limited budget, we send him off to the market with his trusty helper, and we tell him how many people he has to cook for when he gets back into the kitchen. Well, it never usually goes quite to plan. However, he's always coming up with some amazing dishes at the end of it. No, don't.
Same, but different.
Same, but different. Then it's off back to the kitchen where Massimo, with the help of Rosa, cooked up some fabulous dishes for us to try. on a very limited budget, I must add. My straw is lemongrass.
I don't. Let me taste the
I
fruit.
love it. Cheers. Of course, when in Rome, you have to try the local delicacy. But I was having none of it. But we did persuade Keith and Massimo to try the deep-fried tarantulas.
It's in my mouth way too much, and the fur is touching my tongue.
Dramatic. No, I'm happy. Tastes good.
It tastes good? Really?
Now, if I die, I'm blaming you.
Are you sure?
I will haunt you forever.
Thank you so much. But I will not touch it. So what else can you do in Cambodia? Well, let's head to the River Mekong, where you can actually take a beautiful, luxurious riverboat. And we chose Armour Waterways. There are a few to choose from, but I particularly loved Armour Waterways. It's luxury, the food is fantastic, and the excursions are all included. So let's take a look at what they have to offer. So to end this week's show, we go out on a high. And when I say high, I mean high because you actually fly into this hotel via zip line. Yep, you zip line right into the gin bar. I mean, come on, how cool is that? They hand you your glass of gin and tonic on arrival as soon as you stop flying in, which I'm not so sure I would do, but if there's gin involved, might be persuaded. This hotel, designed by the legendary Bill Bensley, is the flagship of his collection. It is an homage to conservation and the jungle, and you really feel at one with nature at this beautiful lodge that is one of the top lodges in the world. Staying here is a luxurious experience, and at the same time, it's also a bit of an education because you actually can get to go out with the rangers and find out all about the conservation efforts that are taking place on this property. It's not just a hotel, it's absolutely an experience all rolled into one. It's actually a radical new fusion of world-class design, all-inclusive hospitality and conservation, where your stay actually makes a real difference in protecting unique and endangered species. Accommodations are in 15 private tents with the utmost comfort and luxury, with breathtaking views along the riverbank, and each location is meticulously planned over a 7-year period by a process of minimal intervention and understanding the idiosyncrasies of the river valley. Imagine looking out from your bathtub to that view. It's truly a unique, once-in-a-lifetime experience, but where your tourism dollars can really make a huge impact and difference here. 3 days is the minimum stay at action-packed Shintamani Wild, but it's still way too short a time to reasonably experience this luxurious jungle retreat and conservation project. The wild adventure begins the moment you step onto the 1960s era army jeep and head off-road. Oh, and I mustn't forget the food. So every afternoon, a gardener or chef from the headquarters leaves his apron or kitchen whites behind and sets out on one of the wild's winding gravel paths on a foraging trip. He'll comb the jungle and streams for the edible treasures hidden beneath scrubby bushes and between gnarled branches that you're going to see decorated beautifully on your plate for dinner. So after all this, I'm sure you want to come with us next time. So if you do, and you want to join me and Massimo Capra on one of our foodie adventures, then head on over to my website, LorraineSimpson.com, and you'll find some details of our next trip, which is going to be to Vietnam in 2022. And I can't wait. Now, these trips sell out fast, so make sure you head on over there right away and reach out if you have any questions. I'm looking forward to talking to you and hopefully spending some time with you on our foodie adventures. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
Should be all sold together. Sorry.